Doesn't matter how they are, that's their choice. But how I am is my choice. This is my way. No matter what they do, I'm like this. Because I have not given that freedom to anybody.
How I am is my choice, and how you are is your choice. This is a philosophy that I stand by and live by. I always like to say to people that sometimes a part of your irritation, a part of your frustration and negative energy is simply because you involve yourself in everything there is to be involved with in relation to other people. Even if it's your children or your spouse, some things that take place do not ask for your involvement nor require it. But because we like to be involved, we like to interject ourselves. When we tend to do that, we take on the energy of the people around us, not realizing it did not require our initiation in the first place. Sometimes you have to allow people to do things on their own. Life is about choice. And sometimes you don't realize the abundance of choices that you have. When somebody presents a negative experience or a negative opinion, a negative perspective towards you, you can choose to not absorb that. You can choose to not make it true or make it real. You can choose to not take that in as your own and start carrying that forward as part of your demonstration of your identity. You can choose. You don't have to give it your energy. And that's the thing that I love most about spirituality is you can choose. And of course, it's not specifically connected only to spirituality, but because I practice, that's how I talk. And to me, it's very much connected. When you are in a spiritual place, you understand your power and your control coming from inside. And when you have taken the time to go inward, to discover who you are and hone your skills and your power and your control, it feels really good to know that you don't have to. Most people in their lives have yet to discover such power, and they feel as though when someone creates an experience for them, the necessity is to react. The necessity is to follow it up. The necessity is, even if you don't speak to it or react to it, you at the very least absorb that energy from them and let it irritate you and wear you down enough to where there are areas in your life where you're dispersing that same energy to other people, not realizing that you paid enough attention to it to carry it with you. My husband likes to say, what you focus on expands. And in my own experience, I find that statement to be 100% accurate. When you focus on the negative and what people are trying to get you to look at or have you participate in. When you take the time to focus on that, your entire world, your environment tends to become riddled with that same energy. And when you don't want that to happen, you have to learn that you are you and they are them. It's okay for you to be supportive. It's okay for you to listen, but you do not have to actively become a part of that energy and a reflection of that energy. That, my friends, is a choice. And for me, I choose to maintain my peace. I choose to continue to smile and not allow that type of control to be in the hands of another human being. Unfortunately, sometimes we get so involved with the loved ones around us. We become so hands on and so immersed in whatever is going on with them, from our children to our family and friends to our spouses. Sometimes we want to affect change so much that we forget to focus on ourselves and we focus on their environment and the energy that's beaming off of them. And unconsciously or unbeknownst to us, in the effort of trying to balance their energy, we trade places with them and take on the energy that they once had. So we do ultimately help them elevate. We do help them balance themselves out. But now you yourself are hanging on to that energy and you don't want that. So before you involve yourself in the affairs, perceptions, experiences of other people, make sure you have a clear boundary on who you are, because taking on these type of energies and experiences onto yourself when you have not earned it and honed that power to balance yourself out and make sure you know exactly what energy belongs to you and what energy is coming from surrounding environments, you put yourself in a really dangerous position. Because if you take on this energy and you are not strong enough to expel it from your body, now you have become that energy and you have put yourself in a position to affect your children and affect your spouse and affect your environment via an energy that didn't even belong to you. I genuinely don't think people realize how many times they have taken on surrounding energies and brought it home to affect their families and transfer that energy to them and not understand how it came about. And you usually notice it, but you don't speak to it. You say, dang, it's not my day. Or it seems like because I'm in a bad mood, everything is just going wrong. That is the energy that you have taken onto yourself, affecting the things around you, and it's being mirrored back at you. It's showing you that you're carrying this energy. So in order for you to practice self-mastery, practice your spirituality and love for self, you must first take care of you before you focus on others. You are you, and let them be them. Peace, family. And always remember, through the absorption of light we shine. Rise, rise, rise. Peace.